I'm late. I'm late. I'm late. I'm late. I'm late. I am late. I'm late even to my own ads are over. Welcome back thing that I say I will return after, and I don't. Well, eventually I do because I'm here now. Hi. Welcome back to the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. Welcome back to a pilot image of a pilot plays video games on Twitch and YouTube. Happy Monday. It has been life has been life since we last met. But I'm glad to be here. I'm glad I learned some very important things for myself. Don't worry, like I wasn't in trouble or anything. Just a lot of thought about like mental thought about things, and I've learned a lot. And that is where I will keep it this time, because the rest is unfortunately pretty personal details. But yeah, learned a lot, happy about it, and I'm happy you're here. Whether you're as I've heard it said, VOD heads and stream heads, here for Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. I hope your Monday's been going well. I don't know. I'm gonna have to test it another week. So next week is also gonna be a bit of a test week for Mondays, because this weekend was because this weekend is not a good weekend to judge, like, you know, is the Monday stream thing a good idea? It is not a good baseline for that at all. So, oh well, we try again. But yeah, hope you've been doing well. And what else? I had something to say. Yes. This Friday will be the last one at 2 p.m. We're going back to the 1:30 time slot afterwards. Yeah, that means more stream, more time with you all. And yeah, I'm just thinking if there's anything else I should mention. We are less than 20 days away from Riveton. So I'm very excited for that. Yeah, so that is pretty much it. And yeah, I hope to see you all there. I think, yeah, those are both gonna be, I can pretty much reveal, yeah, both of those are gonna be, I believe that are gonna be probably either 4:30, probably 5. We'll probably start at 5, have somewhat of a lengthy intro session beforehand, and then get into Rivet. But here today, we're here to get into, there it is, Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. And we are going to continue off from the adventure of the Unbreakable Speckled Band last time on the Great Ace Attorney Adventures. Switching things around, turning the case around. Sholmes is dumb, and we love him. Yeah, that's it. I got nothing. What's some key words in his deductions? Yes, but very tactfully. Oh, right, because we had the super cool cutscene thing. Super cool cutscenes with with Sholmes coming to his not so accurate conclusions, his great observations and terrible deductions. But yeah. Anyway, we're going to unlock the true genius of Mr. Sholmes' great deduction. Precisely the thought that was going through my own mind. I doubt it. Press X to doubt. Sholmes should just be the press X to doubt guy. It should just be him. This man's a lot of work. At times I wonder how anyone puts up with me. Man, finally some self-clarity from Sholmes. It's not that, but yeah. On you, my good fellow. Sorry? take a moment to look at your wrists. My wrists? Yeah, you're still handcuffed. Oh. Never mind. Oh, where are your handcuffs? Huh? How did... I felt they may hinder your ability to follow me in our dance of deduction. I don't believe it. Wow, that's awfully generous of you, Mr. Sholmes. I'm glad to have earned your trust, and I'm shaking your hand. And nothing bad could ever happen from this trust that you've given me. I mean Ryunosuke. Mr. Sholmes, you are a marvel. And don't worry, I shall restore the shackles to your wrists when we are yeah. I'm not worried. In fact, I'd rather stay like this, Mr. Sholmes. That would be nice for what I have planned. I mean, let us begin. Herlock Sholmes is proud to present his logic and reasoning spectacular. Me time. Course correction. Hold it, Mr. Sholmes. Hold it. That is where it's from. A revolutionary on the run. So, the dubious-looking Russian Mr. Roylet. Obviously, what catches the eye in the first place. But is the enormous pair of shears in your hand? Now we ask ourselves, what could you possibly want with such an implement? The answer, of course, is staring us in the face. You're on the verge of using the shears to cut away the copious beard you sport. No, not that. I forget what it was. I'm sure if I look in the court record, I'll remember. Would you really use shears like that to cut off a beard? I doubt that's something I'll ever have to worry about. Doesn't sit quite right with me, though. Because you can't say you can't grow facial hair, fair enough. Doesn't seem to be sitting right with Mr. Roylet either. Which means, I suppose, that the deduction is wrong. Let's try to switch a key... Why did I... Oh, well. Let's try to switch a keyword here, Naruhodo-san, and see if it helps matters. Alright, but how? I think we should start by taking a long, hard look at Mr. Roylet. Oh, yeah. Yeah, because... Yeah, we know who Mr. Roylet is. And it's not Mr. Roylet. It's, exactly. Yeah, he's not intending to use on the shears. Can we see the court record, please? Doesn't look like it. Then I'll leave the rest in your capable hands, Naruhodo-san. Oh, Caesar. There you go. Had a frog in my throat. Hey, actual frog reference. Actual frog reference. Excited for Ramathon. Bam, 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 bam. Well, anyway, let's see if there's anything we could even use to switch around in that last sentence. What exactly was this Roylet going to use those enormous shears for? What were you about to cut? I hate, because I hate these controls. Okay, so nothing in the background. Oh, yes. Because you are actually, yeah. There you go. Because you are actually golden locks. Hell yeah. Breaking through. Hey, taking up the mantle. You are on the verge of using the shears to cut away the golden locks you sport. Indeed. You have identified the precise detail I was totally intending to expose the whole time. Such lush golden hair certainly does not befit an old man. And it fits. It definitely befits me. Not probably not by like 1800 standards. Maybe I'm wrong. You're not a man at all. You're a woman. And judging from the length and sheen of your hair, one's still very much in her youth. Oh no. If only I managed to cut off my hair, no one would have suspected. The question then begged is this: why would you desire to rid yourself of these magnificent locks? Once again, the answer is plain. We have clear evidence to shed light on the matter. I'm sure it needs no further clarification. The evidence that reveals your true identity. Yeah, it's the back. It's the one on the back. The one about the ballerina. Well, that was a shock. I had no idea that old man was really a young woman in disguise, did you? Yeah, pretty obvious. What? Why are you staring at me like that? Yes, it was a surprise, Naruhodo-san. You're enjoying this, aren't you? Stop. You look like you're in your element as you dance around the room, deducting the facts with Mr. Sholmes. I'm just doing what we agreed. I'm not having fun or anything. Oh, I'm having fun. This is strictly this. It's not strictly. Yes, I understand. No more references that aren't apparent in this day and age. Let's focus on this next detail. The evidence that he's picked out doesn't fix the facts at all now. That's true, but given that Mr. Roylet's actually a woman. Exactly. Or rather, she can't possibly be this merciless revolutionary. I suppose it's because the deduction as a whole has taken a different direction now. Yes. Let's switch the evidence for something else. Something that fits the facts as we now understand them. For some reason, this woman needed to try to hide her true identity. I feel as though I've either read or heard about a young woman in a situation like that recently. Yep. Yeah, absolutely. There we go. Could have done the same thing, but... Yes. Yeah, I figured, yeah, more options, because then you only have two, front page and back page. Here you technically have more options, which means more opportunities for misclicks, yay! The evidence that reveals her true identity is, of course, the article about the ballerina. That's right, you hit the nail on the head. A renowned prima ballerina of the Novicic Ballet disappears from Shanghai. It would appear we are finally able to address you by your true name. Yes, because your true identity of that is the Novicic Ballet's prima ballerina. Miss Nikolina Pavlova? Ah! No, oh. Oh, I'm sorry. Pew! Pew! Pew, 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 pew. Hello. You're right. My real name is Nina. I mean, Nikolina Pavlova. But please, I beg you, don't tell anyone. We have no reason to... ... yet. Solved. Topic 2. Kidnapping. Obviously, that's wrong now. Now, as for my second conclusion... I mean, this person is why did I say this person? We know her name. Nina is very familiar with the spotlight. So, I'm surprised that actually, I shouldn't be surprised because spotlights are coming out of nowhere on a cruise ship. Not a cruise ship because cruises didn't really exist, I guess. You're at this very moment on the brink of committing a most grievous crime. And the proof of this crime? Over there. Oh yes, Miss Pavlova. Taken unawares, people have a propensity to let their eyes stray, you see. Ah. And I assure you the eyes speak so much more eloquently and honestly than the mouth. The answer we seek lies with a furtive glance falls. The proof of your crimes is before our very eyes. Yes, that traveling case. This woman is the ballerina. She's right in front of our eyes, so clearly she can't be inside that traveling case as well. Oh, that's right, it seems she wasn't abducted at all. In which case, what is the crime that this young woman is apparently committing? Oh yeah, the kitty! The kitty, I'm assuming it's a kitty, it might be a dog, but I assume that it's a kitty. I'm gonna have to step in and fix the so-called great detective's mistake yet again. You seem to be pleased, Naruhodo-san. Do you like the idea of another chance to dance around with Mr. Sholmes? Stop it. Anyway, there must be something else here that shows what this woman is up to. Alright, what did she glance at? Oh, Oh. Tiara, traveling case. Is there anything in the waste paper basket? Okay, so we can't really actually look at the waste paper basket. We can try... Yeah, let's try the tiara first. Woo! The proof of your crime is surely this tiara. I believe this tiara is worn on stage by dancers in the Novich Ballet, is it not? Oh yeah, it was very expensive. It is very, very expensive. Indeed, it would appear to be identical to the tiara pictured here in this newspaper article. If the reporting is to be believed, it's an item worth 20,000 rubles. In summary, the crime you've committed is theft. Oh no. Yes, you left your ballet troupe unlawfully taking their precious tiara with you. Yeah! Yeah, ouch. I have no one, no family, no friends. I'm all alone, and I need money. But I did not steal the tiara. It was a present from, how do you say, of Prussia. It belongs to me. The girl's only 15 years old, and she's run away all by herself. She must have been extremely lonely. Yeah, I mean, forced to travel around, going away from home such a young age. I will tell you everything. There's no point to hiding it now. Come, let us not be hasty. What? There remains one unsolved mystery about you. Mystery? What do you mean? You've staunchly refused to open this traveling case of yours in our presence. It is reasonable to conclude, therefore, that there exists some reason why you wish it to remain closed. Is that not so, Miss Pavlova? My dear girl, there is no sense in playing games with me. Nothing escapes my attention. Indeed, I have a very good idea of the contents of your case, even before I've ever laid eyes on them. Yes, saucer of milk. Yeah, it's definitely a cat. It's definitely a kitty. I was right. Woohoo! Dear me, we are not well suited to a life of crime, are we? Your careless couple betrays you. Once again, we need only follow your furtive glance to find the answer. Yes, the reason why you refuse to open your case, written in the books on the shelf. Nope. He's completely changed tack with his deduction now. I think Mr. Sholmes is adapting his logic to the changing circumstances. Don't you? Sorry. Why has he suddenly brought the bookshelf into all this? It's just a wild guess, surely. Oh, do you think so? Well, it doesn't seem likely that the reason why this young woman doesn't want to open her case would have been written in a book that doesn't even belong to her. Yes, that's true, but still. Miss Pavlova certainly did cast her eyes in that direction. I noticed it myself. Then there has to be another reason why she won't open her case. And it must be somewhere in the same area if that's where her gaze was involuntarily drawn. I agree. That's the only answer. Whatever she has hidden inside that case should be revealed by following her gaze in the direction of the bookcase. Books on the shelf, small picture, rules of passage. Oh, probably because... Yeah, probably because no pets. Rules of passage for travel aboard the SS Burya. Passengers must not keep weapons or other dangerous objects in their cabins. Pets are also strictly forbidden. Yep. There's exactly the same notice in our cabin, too. I wonder what happens if you break the rules. Oh, dear. I'm sure the punishment would be severe in our hood, so I'm probably being thrown off. I might be left to drift in the freezing cold ocean. Or set inside the tiny wardrobe for days on end. What's that one? So I've actually been serving times for weeks now, have I? Yeah, it's definitely... Yeah, it's definitely... Yeah, it's this. Yes! I don't know why her eyes would keep being drawn to the rules of passage, but that's the reason why you refuse to open your case is written in the rules of passage. Passengers must not keep that line that we just said a couple times. Inside that case of yours is something forbidden from carriage on this vessel. That is the real reason why you refuse to open it, thus revealing its contents. As we've seen, the trunk wobbles from time to time, but no weapon or other dangerous item would move of its own accord. Which leaves but one possibility, Miss Pavlova. Inside your traveling case... Point. And snap. Wrong way around. Apparently, I haven't seen this one before. Is the last item listed as forbidden in the vessel's rules of passage a pet? I flubbed that. Come on, we want to see the key. Come on. Conclusion. Possession of a prohibited animal. Prohibable. Deduction, if you will. Elementary. I'm trying to remember what. I think that has a song association or something. I know it's a Sherlock Holmes association too. Who I don't know who that is. I only know Herlock Holmes. So clearly you aren't who you said you were. No, I am not Grimsby Roylett. My real name is Nikolina Pavlova. Everything you said was correct. You absconded during one of your ballet company's performances in order to escape your homeland. Later that same night, you stole aboard this vessel. Which couldn't have been easy. The Borea has a huge steamship with a vast crew. Could you really have snuck on board without being noticed? Interesting. There we go. Sorry, because I'm not in a reactive group. That's probably been on screen for a long time now, and I am so sorry. In order to obscure your true identity, you somewhat recklessly took the guise of an old gentleman. And you intended to sever all links with your past by severing your long hair. And then doing it again every few weeks. Yet to a woman, hair is no trifling matter. My personal recommendation is to leave well alone. So, if it was just you about to cut off your own hair, who was it who let out the scream we heard from outside the cabin? That veritable tinkling of a bell, why none other than this young lady, naturally. More like the full set of pipes, if you ask me. I was so scared when I ran away in Shanghai. I was sure they would come looking for me. That's why I decided to, how do you say, disgust myself? Since no one would recognize me. As a result, you transformed yourself into that questionable old man? I see. I put on the fur hat and fake beard. Then, just before you came in here, I saw in the newspaper. Right on the page, there was a picture of me. I was so frightened, I couldn't stop from screaming. I knew that if I didn't change my appearances completely, they would find me. So I decided to cut all my hair as fastly as possible. I picked up the scissors in my hand and... At that precise moment, we walked in through the annoyingly unlocked cabin door. Things happen like that sometimes, don't they? Wow, you're wide-eyed. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair, though. Things do indeed happen like that from time to time. Are those two even talking about the same thing? There's just one more thing I'd like to know. What exactly do you have inside your traveling case? What kind of pet is it? And is it a chinchilla? I love chinchillas. You are right. It is my dear friend inside. My only friend in the whole world. Please, don't tell anyone. If the captain finds out, if you say to any of the crew. The secret is safe with us, I assure you. But in return, you must tell us in as much detail as you can muster about the events of last night. Yes, alright. I will tell you. Well, Mr. Naruhodo? Wasn't it something? Mr. Sholmes is great to hey! It was certainly something, yes. I'm just not entirely sure what. But at least Miss Pavlova has agreed to tell us what she knows. That's incredible. Indeed, it is incredible. And one more thing. Oh, yes? What? What? Observe your, god damn it. And we're back. Your hands are cuffed again. What? But how? True to my word, I have restored your shackles. When and why? There's still a shadow of guilt cast over you, Mr. Naruhodo. I'm sorry to say, it can't be helped at the moment. Can't it? Really? Anyway, let's listen to what Miss Pavlova has to say. I can't go on not knowing. It's easy. I had to find out what the speckled band that Kazuma-sama wrote about in his diary really was. Is it a kitty cat tail? Friend inside me. So the friend you mentioned is inside your traveling case, is that right? Friend inside the traveling case. I don't think animals are allowed on board according to the rules of passage. Oh please, don't tell any of the crew. If they found my precious. Then the burly Russians would bestir themselves in unison to throw you and your case overboard, no doubt. Don't scare the poor woman. Yeah, exactly. So reassuring. What sort of pet is your friend inside you? A little puppy? It is, isn't it? Not exactly. I don't think so. Maybe an adorable little rabbit? Nah, it's a kitty. You credit Russia as a land with small rabbits, do you? Oh, don't they have small rabbits there then? You may well ask. I have no idea. You two are miserable bungalows when it comes to understanding the natures of young ballerina's friends. Isn't it obvious? It must be a chicken. What? Excuse me? Excuse me, Mr. Sholmes, what do you have to say for yourself, for this, just completely bewildering and unusual line of reasoning? Oh boy. Oh dear, oh dear. Really? No, you idiot. You idiot little man child. Consider the benefits. A rousing wake-up call, daily fresh eggs. And when adversity strikes, it could satisfy the needs of sustenance. So, you'd eat your friends. I'll remember that, oh boy. Yeah. No. What kind of weirdo are you? Well, it would appear this friend's identity is a closely guarded secret not to be revealed. Not even by me, the greatest detective that ever existed. She obviously doesn't quite trust us yet. There's something I should like to show her, I think. Maybe she might be able to shed some light on it. Something to show her, huh? Here we go. Let's see. This. Oh, whoops. Back and present. This is the diary of my friend who passed away. His diary. Yes, and he wrote it last night before he died. Something a little unusual. It reads, 1:23 a.m. I can hear a faint whistling sound, and then a few minutes later, 1:35 a.m. what looks like some sort of speckled band is dangling from the ventilator grill. A speckled band? I don't understand. It's strange, isn't it? But the ventilator he mentions joins to this cabin, you see. It's up there on the wall. In other words, this cabin and the victim's cabin are connected together. Almost like not a locked room mystery at all. It's Pavlova, because locked room mysteries are never locked room mysteries. Has something occurred to you? Does the speckled band the victim mentioned mean something to you? Or the whistling sound, perhaps? Da 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 da. No, I don't know anything. Oh. Guess I'll have to talk more. Running away. You've run away from your ballet company, haven't you? The Novovich Ballet? Yes. Oh, sorry. And I'm traveling to Great Britain, and from there, I want to go to America. I will never dance again. I want to forget everything about the ballet. I will start a new life. Aww. I want to give you a hug so badly. Aww. You wish to forget. A challenging proposition. When you have that striking tiara as a reminder, don't remind. But the tiara is mine. I need it to live. I have no money of my own. The Novovich Ballet gives us only a little food and water, and we must dance all over the world. I had to run away. I had no choice. If I stayed, it would have killed me. So you ran away to protect yourself? Yes, and the crew of the ship, they have all been kind to me. So they know. They let me come on board. They said I could hide in this cabin. If that is indeed the truth, Miss Pavlova, it creates a most intriguing conundrum. Yes, it does. What do you think about it, Mr. Naruhodo? Me? Oh, well, yes, of course. I think we should hear Miss Pavlova's explanation. To what conundrum, I'm not sure, but... Conundrum! Bum-ba-da-dum! Miss Pavlova, allow me to pose you a riddle. Two trains are heading towards the same direction, one at 60 miles an hour starting 3 hours ago, and one at 90 kilometers per hour starting 10 and a half minutes before midnight. Where will the two trains collide? I really does, and time's up. You failed. You clearly are not the great detective Herlock Holmes. Thank you, everybody, for coming. Your punishment is to be thrown into the ocean. No! I'm so dumb. I'm so dumb. According to the newspaper, it was only yesterday that you absconded from the ballet. Now, that being the case, it must have been last night that you boarded this vessel. However, the SS Buria stopped by no port last night. That's it, of course. Wow, how is it, pray, that you came to be aboard? Now that I think about it, the crewman outside the cabin acted very strangely when we mentioned that. Why does it keep doing that? Anyways, we're gonna keep going. I'm just gonna save because I fear losing our progress. Interesting. So maybe you didn't run away as early as you did. Or something else. It was just after we asked him when the occupant in this cabin came aboard. Or is there a grand conspiracy? That is not your business. Also, I will regret saying conspiracy. I am so sorry to everybody. Yes, you're right. He did seem to be hiding something. An angel descended from the heavens, bringing grace and beauty to the stage. Sorry, what was that? It is how the Russian newspapers described one of my performances.
And that is how I came here too. I descended from the heavens because I am an angel. Considering English isn't your mother tongue, your description is very vivid. Mr. Sholmes once said, I can never resist the touch of the dramatic. It seems Miss Pavlova is the same. The genius descended from the heavens, bringing grace and beauty to detection. Was once said about myself. Yeah, you're totally bullshitting us. A quote from a wonderfully extravagant advertisement from the Adventures of Herlock Sholmes, in fact. Yes, Mr. Shelley, we totally believe you. Anyway, it doesn't look like Miss Pavlova is going to tell us what really happened. Anyways, what happened last night? You know that someone was killed in the cabin next door to this one last night. One of the crewmen told me this morning when I was eating breakfast. The man who died, he was a friend of mine. Oh, that's why we're trying to find out what happened. Did you notice anything unusual last night? Perhaps you heard a strange noise, for example. Perhaps people talking? Perhaps the ship was absorbed in a wild tempest. Perhaps the steam engine exploded? Perhaps everyone on board would have noticed if that had happened, Mr. Sholmes? Hydration time. See, Miss Pavlova, is there anything you can tell us? I don't know. I'm sorry, but all I could think about last night was what I had done and whether they would find me. I didn't notice anything that was happening around me. Oh, I see. Ding dong, ding, ding. Uh-oh. Excuse me, Mr. Roylett. Oh, wow, that was fast. I mean, you gotta be. I guess you gotta be a master in the quick change for the ballerina, for the ballet. Ugh, words. Oh wow, she's fast. Captain would like to speak with you. You must come to Captain's quarters at once, please. Oh, okay. I think he knows. All right, I will come. I will come now. What? You must leave now. Oh, no, it's fine. Don't mind us. Yes, please, don't worry yourself, Mr. Roylett. Get out. The passenger said out, or you want me to throw you out? It looks like we'll have to leave investigating this cabin until later. What a pity. And so, we lost our chance. Having still not managed to investigate Miss Pavlova's cabin, we were unceremoniously chased out. That is to say, we were quite literally picked up and thrown into the passageway outside. At least we weren't thrown overboard. To be continued right now. Yes, save. Part 2 of the investigation. 9th January, SS Borea First Class Cabin Passageway. I wish we hadn't been thrown out like that. I wish we managed to find some clues to what that speckled band might be on it. It's the cattail. Meow. We didn't manage to investigate at all. And I imagine that we won't be able to for a while longer. We'll never get past that sailor guarding the door. Yeah, okay, I pressed the button that time. That time was definitely on me. He's clearly glaring at us as if to say, don't even think about it. Oh, wait a minute. What is it? Well, what happened to our great detective friend? Where'd he go? Oh yes, he's completely disappeared. When did he do that? Slipped away as quietly as the wind, but not before ensuring these were securely back on my wrists. These, you see a pair of guns duct taped there. Guns, yeah, they've been invented by this time. All right, let us move, I guess, back to the cabin. Not January. It's bully of first class cabin number 1. Looks like they're still investigating in here. Yes, on that subject, I wonder if Inspector Hosonaga is unscathed. What do you mean, unscathed? Surely you haven't forgotten, have you, Naruhodo-san? Don't you remember what he said about allowing you out of this cabin to investigate? Oh, right. He said he was going to talk to the captain about it. He said he'd lay his life on the line for you. Oh. Yes. Well, okay. Yeah. I feel bad that in canon we have forgotten. That really feels bad. But I'm sure he was exaggerating. Let's see what he has to say for himself. He might have some new information for us. You never know. And you aren't Inspector Hosonaga, but hi, hold on. Hi. Alright. Oh, where did you go? Oh, sorry, I just went to the next. Why? Who gave you permission for this? Well, Seaman Hosonaga did. That new Japanese, was it? Later, I will lure him into ball and throw him in cold room. He's gone back guarding the door. I hope Inspector Hosonaga doesn't find himself in too much trouble on our account. He's really gone out of his way to help us, hasn't he? I worry for the man. We get back to Japan, we'll have to take him for a steak at Le Carnival. Absolutely, and that one was my fault again. Yippee! Yeah, it's like I rest the right side of my controller on, like, whatever I find. Whatever, like, surface I'm using as a prop. So, it'll be a very long time from now, Naruhodo-san. Alrighty. Is there anything new? We got that, we got that. This, we have not investigated this. All the books provided for passengers occupying this cabin, neatly arranged on the shelf. They were all over the place when we first looked around, if you remember. Oh, yes. And you tidied them up, didn't you? Didn't you, boy? You have to look after the ship's property. Unruly behavior in the cabins leads to damage, did you know? But it really wasn't me who knocked them over. Well, anyway, I feel much better now that they're neatly lined up. I can't relax when things are untidy. Okay, this is where he sent his final moments. Hear fate whistling sound. Got the speckled band. Oh, speaking of that, on a similar topic, did you see this, the teaser for the teaser for Wake Up Dead Man came out today? I'm looking forward to it. Church ministry setting. I'm very interested to see what commentary Ryan Johnson has. Again, this is not like a political, no politics have to abide to that rule, but I always know that it is just that Ryan Johnson always has commentary in both, let's see, like Knives Out and Glass Onion, has that sort of thing. So it's just something that, it's just something that is going to happen nonetheless. Anyways, it's almost impossible to believe that he's gone. Yeah, I'm just looking for also Benoit Blanc with no longer bald. What happened? Hello, hi Fairy, how are you? We are playing Ace. We are continuing Great Ace Attorney. Inspector Hosonaga might be in trouble for letting us out, so that's a thing. And I also just started talking about just started talking about the Wake Up Dead Man teaser that dropped today. How are you? How has your Monday been? Kiryu-chan left us a valuable clue in these words, I'm sure of it. We have to solve this mystery, Naruhodo-san. We will. All right, I'm gonna have to click in here and there you are. Okay, just a little tired. Oh, it's Tuesday for you. Yes, I forgot about that. Oh no. Oh. I think right now we should care more about how Hosanaga's doing. I think that's what matters more here. I'm doing okay. I'm doing pretty good. I've needed this pretty good day. Also, Discord seems to be updating at a bad time. Inspector, what happened to you? Your face is. Please don't worry about it. They're just scratches, made by a bear, maybe. When I told the guild's unavailability. Why is guild's unavailability shutting all of Discord down? That's a shame. When I told the captain, I'd give you permission to investigate. He told me he's pummeled me with his fists and then tossed me overboard. What? Yeah, I'm not surprised, honestly. But the pummeling was over in a flash, and he must have decided against throwing me overboard. So it was nothing, really. It looks like he wasn't joking when he said he'd lay his life on the line if he had to. Well, thanks to your efforts, we now know a little about the neighboring cabin. Yes, so I understand. Oh. I'm gonna try ending Discord and restarting. I bumped into a man claiming to be a great detective a little while ago. Oh, where did you bump into him? I think his name was something like Herlock. I don't think he was German, though. Ah, that explains it. Yeah, Discord's down. Shall we compare notes then? We can tell you what we found out. Yes, let's do it. Why am I a pirate now? Arrgh, Pirate Hosonaga here. Nikolina Pavlova. She's in the cabin next door. Oh, do you know who she is? Please, what self-respecting ballet fan wouldn't know that graceful angel? Okay, I'm going back now. Oops. I think I upset him there. That tells us the neighboring cabin is unrelated to the case, at least. Oh? How? Because angels don't go around committing crimes, do they? Ugh, now I've definitely upset him. Inspector, has your investigation in here proved fruitful? If I'm honest, there's very little more I can do. Our duty is to make sure the scene isn't disturbed, ready to hand over to the Hong Kong police. So I'm just keeping watch here, trying not to take my eyes off the job. Oh, I see. But there is one thing. I do have a small piece of new information for you. Oh? What? Yes, do tell us, Inspector, please. New information. What is this new information you have, Inspector? It's this. The Burium medical officer has finished his examination of the body. I managed to attain the report. Oh, Kazuma's post-mortem report. Kazuma-sama. So, what was the cause of death? Damage to the cervical vertebrae. It's what's written to the report. His neck was broken. Yes, it would seem so. There were no obvious wounds or other signs of injury, so at first I think they were considering poison. But it turns out they found no trace of poison in his system at all. Well, what weapon was used then? And was it just force? Nothing has been found as of yet, but the fact that there are no signs of a wound suggests it may have been a blunt object, something that wouldn't leave a mark. Statue? It's happened before. All the body's nerves run through the spine to the brain. A strong enough impact to the neck could induce death. It is a possibility. No obvious wound would be left. Hydration time. There we go. I have a second copy of the report. If it might be useful, you're welcome to have it. Really? Are you sure? Yes, it's fine. I trust you. Aww. After all, if I didn't trust you, I'd never have agreed to you leaving this cabin in the first place, would I? Good point. The postmortem report. Let's take a look when we can, which is right now. Okay, between 1 a.m. and sometime between 1 a.m. and a little past 2 a.m. Damage to his cervical vertebrae, resulting in instant death. Almost certainly, neck was broken as a result of a strong blow to the area. No obvious external injuries or traces of poison. Hey, great detective. Oh, Mr. Sholmes was here, was he? Yes, he seemed to be enjoying himself a little too much as he crept about on the floor investigating. But then he suddenly left. I suppose he must have become bored. Did he say anything at all? I bet he did. Actually, now you mention it, yes. Just one thing, but he practically shouted it. It's shoe polish, was all he said. Shoe polish? I wonder what he meant. Is it that what spilled over? It was when he was over there by the piece of broken glass. Oh. Perhaps he was talking about this brick-colored mark, do you think? Yes, that must be it. But how could Mr. Sholmes know that it's shoe polish? That leaves me cold, I'm afraid. I have no idea. What is it, Susato-san? Well, Kiryu-chan was wearing leather shoes with a very dark tan hue. Dark tan? A sort of dark brownish red, then. Yes, a little like the color of red wine, but darker. I often repaired them for him. Oh, does this mean that this mark was made by the polish on Kasuma's shoes as they scuffed on the floor? Looks like a scuff mark made by Kasuma's shoes were found by the victim's body. So was he like dragged into place or something? That's really all I can tell you at this stage. Hey, Discord's back. I should return to my post. My fellow groommen's eyes are boring into the back of my head. Yes, that might be for the best. Thank you. Poor Inspector. You look exhausted. No, well... I feel terrible that I failed to protect that Kiryu-chan. It was my responsibility. Of course, my pain is nothing compared to yours. You were his friends. Truth is, I seem to have had a heavy head ever since I woke this morning. A heavy head? That's interesting. My head's still throbbing too. Did like the ship just like slam and somehow nobody noticed? Talk to him. We've looked here. We've looked here. We haven't looked at... Okay, vent. Look again.
This ventilator joins Miss Pavlova's cabin. Yes, that's right. And just a few minutes before he died, Cosmo saw something emerging from it. The speckled band as he described it. If only Miss Pavlova had been able to shed some light on it, but she seemed as baffled as we were. Yes, I wonder if she's telling us everything, though. I'm not sure. I know most people aboard would say the same about me, but there's something about that woman that didn't sit right with me. Alright. Anything else? Ooh, we got to look here. So it's clear that these letters were written with the ink that was somehow spilt on the floor. They spelled the Russian word for wardrobe. It does seem to be an unambiguous pointer to you, Naruhodo-san, as you were sleeping in there. Did they know? Somehow did they know that we were in there? But to be truly unambiguous, it should have just spelt out my name, don't you think? Well, either way, one fact remains. It's hard to imagine that Kazuma-sama would have written his last words or word in Russian. Which begs the question of who did write it? Did somebody discover we were here long before we realized? That is like the only thing I can think of. It really is such a beautiful color, this glass. It looks like whatever it was is broken clean in two. But the other half is nowhere to be seen. And then there's the brick-colored mark, which is shoe polish according to that great detective you seem to know all about. Okay. I suppose it must be from Kazuma-sama's shoes. Maybe. But what I'd like to know is, how can the detective be so sure that it's shoe polish and not something else? Yes, he's a great detective, of course. Yeah, that's hardly a reason, is it? Yeah. It is not. Hold on. He said, the rules of passage, okay. Yep, once more we go through. What? Hey, chat, say it with us. Say it with us, Fairy. Type it out if you wanna. Passengers must not keep weapons or other dangerous objects in their cabins. Pets are strictly forbidden. Yay. So by bringing her pet on board, Miss Pavlova was breaking the rules. She called it her friend, didn't she? Yes, although we don't know what form this friend takes as yet. It's a kitty. It's a kitty cat. It's a little KO kitty cat. I'm almost certain that whatever it is, it's inside the traveling case in her cabin. Friend. There's more to this than it seems, I think. Alright. Once more we go back because we have to do that. Sword, chicken, table, that. Okay. I think we've done everything we can in this room. Wait, did we check the suitcase? We did, okay. Let's move. First class passageway. Yes, there's something new. 9th of January, SS Aburia first class cabin passageway. Ah! Look, Naruto-san! What is it? See, Seaman Stroganoff is gone. Strong enough? The burly Russian sailor who's always crossing his arms and glaring at us. All these Russian names are impossible to remember. Is he back? Tra-la-la, I'm assuming that's Holmes. That's Holmes, sorry. I don't know a Holmes here. Did you hear that? It sounded like someone singing. Tra-la-la-li-la-li-la-li. I did it to the great detective way. Yup. This caroling. I know that lark-like voice. Well, never mind that now. The golden opportunity for us. Yes, you're right. We must seize it. Let's get inside the cabin while we can and investigate. Definitely, before that stringy knot crewman comes back. It's Stroganoff, not Stringy Knot. All right, let's go. Let's move. Uh-oh. Move. I like the 9th of January. I like to Buria. I don't know what that means in Russian. That may have been a bad idea. I hope not. If I am, I'm very sorry. First class cabin number 2. Miss Pavlova isn't back yet. Susato-san? Oh, where's she gone? Hey, what are you doing? Those are private things. There's not a moment to waste, Naruhodo-san. We must investigate as quickly as we can. Wow, you've done 180, haven't you? I suppose you're right. For Kazuma's sake. Not just for Kazuma-sama. What do you mean? Can't be long now until we arrive at port in Hong Kong. I don't want you to be in those handcuffs when we get there. Yeah, that's a good point. Also, thank you. Really? We must solve this case, Naruhodo-san. By ourselves if we have to. Yes, we will. Alright, let's take a look. I suppose we'll look in the dresser. Naruhodo-san, are you there? Sorry, I'm right here, yes. Why? Oh, good. I thought you might have climbed into the wardrobe when I wasn't looking. There's no place like home. Hey! Believe me, I don't have some strange compulsion to jump inside every wardrobe I see, you know. Well, anyway, I'm not sure anyone can fit inside this one. It's full of beautiful outfits. I suppose they're all stage costumes. I was rather hoping we might find Miss Pavlova's friend hiding in there, but no such luck. Oh, yeah, oh, the suitcase is open. Interesting. There's just a few books on the desk. Nothing else by the looks of it. Well, Miss Pavlova only ran away from the ballet last night. She's hardly occupied this cabin for any time at all. That's true. I wonder what kind of books she likes to read. Let me see. Yes, I see. It would seem that Miss Pavlova enjoys reading books written in Russian. Thanks. I think I probably already knew that. It's rude to ask too much of people, Naruhodo-san. Kindly remember that. Alright, let's go to... Okay, no, we can't investigate that. Oh. Wrong thing again. All the books is called, all the books have toppled over again. Look. Every single one. Do you think that's a god of the sea, perhaps? He's toppled too, though. It's exactly the same as the bookcase next door. In Kazuma's cabin. Perhaps Miss Pavlova was practicing a typical ballet pose and fell against the bookcase? I don't know. Would she really be practicing ballet on the same night she ran away from her ballet company? Yeah, and she did say that she never wanted to dance again. So, yeah. All right then. It must have been you. You lost your temper and knocked them all over in a fit of rage. Not everything bad that happens on the ship is because of me, you know. Well, anyway, I'll set them all straight again in here too. I don't like seeing things in disarray. What happened to preserving the evidence? Ah! Oh, apparently we clicked on this and not this. Weird. Oh my! Miss Pavlova's case is open. Completely empty inside. But according to the great detective's great deduction, she was hiding her special friend in there. Yes, a friend that she had to keep secret. A friend inside her. Sorry, inside the traveling case. Because you're not allowed to bring animals aboard the SS Buria. I wonder what kind of animal she had in there. And more to the point, where is it now? That's a good question. Maybe back up there. We can look at it. This ventilator connects to Kazuma's cabin next door. Yes, although, what a fool a shipbuilder must be to open a ventilator into another room. Maybe it's so that if there's a gas leak next door, the occupant of this cabin would notice it. Buddy! Buddy! The gas leak would just come in here. Or the occupants of both cabins would die of gas poisoning. That is a possibility, yeah. Anyway, last night, Kazuma wrote that he saw a speckled band coming out of this ventilator. Oh. Ah. I can't even skip the text. I've already read it. I've already read your text. Trash can. Suppose every cabin has a waste paper basket. Waste paper basket. Shall we have a little look and see what's been thrown away? Naruto-san! It's poor etiquette to go sifting through someone's rubbish, you know. Those eyes. She's looking at me like I'm a piece of rubbish now. Oh, wait, hold on. We need to turn on this. Forgot about this. Fairy, how many Susato takedowns do you think will happen in this stream? So far, it's been 0. And I will say I'm probably gonna end stream on the earlier side, just because I am feeling a little bit of pain today. I want to keep going, you know, as much as I can, but obviously some point gotta rest up. Yeah. However, these are special circumstances, I think. Yeah. How many Susato takedowns do you think there are gonna be? Exactly. We have no choice. There's hardly anything in here at all. Yeah, that makes sense. It's barely been in here. Oh. Well, that's a little disappointing. Saucer milk, saucer milk. Laugh it all up with your tongue like a human. I wonder what this little saucer is doing on the floor. Yes, it doesn't look like it's been dropped. More like it was put there deliberately. Do you think there could be a leak in the roof just above here? But a leak? Is this ship quite safe? I'm sure that even if there's a little leak in the roof, it doesn't mean the whole ship is gonna sink. Also doesn't mean that it's leaking milk. No, you're right. Of course you're right. She's really trying to persuade herself, isn't she? Tea set. But see, this teapot is empty. So a natural conclusion is that the Russians are a very thirsty people. Or, because Miss Pavlova only came to this cabin last night, she hadn't had the chance to make any tea yet? I mean, could be either. It's definitely that they're excessively thirsty. I'd lay 1,000 to 1 on it. You're rather obstinate, aren't you, Naruhodo-san? We've examined this. We can technically examine this. Say the line part. Passengers must not keep weapons or other dangerous objects in their cabins. Pets are also strictly forbidden. Yay! I'll say it. Yeah. I'm just gonna redeem it myself because I feel the need.
Incredible reference.
Yeah. I suppose Miss Pavlova realized that she needed to keep the contents of her case a secret after she read this. Her friend inside her, I mean. I wonder where her friend has disappeared to now. It's probably having fun exploring the ship, I imagine. I just hope Seaman Stroganoff doesn't find it and throw it overboard. Oh, yes. So do I. Right. We haven't looked at the bell yet, and then we can look at the door. There's one of these next to the bed in Kazuma's cabin, too. Yes, it's a bell cord. I can't resist. No, no, that's gonna tell us we're in here. She barely hesitated there. She gave it a good tug, too. Oh boy, what? Um, we gonna be in trouble? No, I didn't actually expect anyone to come. We don't want them to. We're trying to investigate in secret. Alright. Finally, the door. This cabin door has the same simple sort of bolted latch that our cabin door has. If the bolt's drawn across, there's no way anybody could enter it from outside. Yes, it's not a particularly heavy-duty bolt, is it? But still, it wouldn't slide across of its own accord, would it? No, and the door is made of metal, so there's no chance of trickery using magnets to unbolt it from the outside. And it seals up perfectly, too, to stop any seawater coming in. So you couldn't use the method you told me of passing a thread through a crack around the closed door either. I seem to know a lot of tricks for opening doors. I'm starting to see why they suspect me. Oh boy. Alright, I think we have examined everything we can in this room. Let's move back to the first class passageway. Nope, apparently. Move. What's that? Back in here? Okay, it's, examine. It's checking. She says investigate more here. Thank you. Oh. Okay. I assume it's not those doors that we need to investigate. Hello. Hello, friend. Oh, it's Mr. Sholmes, look. Wow, you never know where he's gonna turn up next, do you? Seems to be stealing a look at something as he sings to himself. Hi, Sandwich, how are you? Hope you're doing well. La lira lira lay, I did it the great detective way. He's still singing. Do you think he hasn't noticed us? Or he's simply in extremely high spirits. Yes, there were times I'm sure you knew when the yards bit off more than it could chew. And through it all, when there was doubt, it's lucky herlock was about. Excuse me. I solved it all and I stood tall. I did it the great detective way. Mr. Sholmes! Ah! Man, you got back up quick. What is it? You want to fight? Honestly, interrupting a fellow when he's singing, and I was just about to reach the climactic finish. Oh my god. Sorry, I thought you were never gonna stop, so I figured now's as good a time as any. I barely nearly dropped you to the floor with one of my famous right hooks. Alright, I get the picture. Now, could you put those fists away? Mr. Sholmes, you seemed to be examining something before we interrupted you. Ah, yes, that. I was immersed in study of the ship's log, as penned by the stockily built crewman, who's usually on guard here. Oh, yes, the ship's log. And did you find out anything useful from it? Well, after 2 a.m. this morning, the majority of the entries are blank. Which means that there is nothing to report. Nothing of note happened, so... You truly are a student from the land of the rising sun. You've been utterly blinded by it. Okay. Hey now. Get your act together, buddy. The logic, my boy, is inverted. Whatever do you mean, Mr. Sholmes? Observe the other pages and all shall become clear. It would seem the same crewman off stands sentry in this first-class passageway, and he has an almost religious practice of recording nothing to report every half hour. So that compared to being blank. Interesting. He writes in that every 30 minutes? Nothing to report? Precisely. Put simply, the seaman writes nothing to report when there is just that. And yet, the ship's log from last night is largely blank. He didn't even write nothing to report. Do you mean... Yes, there were circumstances afoot last night, which led to the seaman being absent from his post. What kind of circumstances? What happened? That remains a mystery for now, but we can be sure something significant took place. So significant, in fact, that it caused the seaman to forget his regular habits of scribing nothing to report in the log. Or trying to cover something up and utterly failing. These are important details. I would stake my life on it. You must log the ship's log in your mental file. Is that what he calls his imagination? Cool. Is that if he was SpongeBob, instead of imagination, would he go mental file? Yeah. What was it? You're starting to understand what my way is, I see. What makes Sholmes brilliant? Out. What is it? Are you hurt? Oh, don't worry yourself. I seem to be afflicted with a throbbing head this morning for some reason. Nothing more. Yeah, we definitely like slammed into something or something like that. Well, my friends, until our next encounter. And he is gone. Still singing to himself. I hear it as he wanders down the passageway. Something wrong, Susato-san. It's just... Well... I feel the same. Sorry? Ever since I woke this morning, I've had something of a headache. Everybody said that. Yeah, it's either the ship slammed into something or food happened. A sort of continuous throbbing. You too? And now, can we examine here? Can we go here? That door leads to the second class area. It's locked. I can't open it. No, well, that stands to reason. No one wants to let the murderer escape. Gosh, she gave me a very stern look when she said that. You still think you still think we went on and done did it? You still think we done did it now, huh? Oh. Door. Okay, let's go back. Move. All well, it seems. You forgot, Okay. You forget what the situation here was, so maybe that's saying go here. Uh-oh. What's that? Is that an emergency siren? What in the world? Shut down the engines immediately. Vessel sighted a quarter mile forward. Full stop. Hard to starboard. All hands brace for impact. What the? I think we're about to crash into another ship. How has that even happened? That is...
That is something. Anyways. What? I can't stand. Susato-san, hold on to me. Ah! Susato-san, are you alright? Are you injured at all? I think I'm fine. Thank you, Naruhodo-san. Looks like we avoided a collision. I think... Yeah, yes, the ship has come to a stop. Oh my goodness, what about you, Naruhodo-san? Are you hurt? No, I'm fine. Is anybody in the shelter if you need assistance? Oh, that sounds like... Inspector Osanaga. Is that you in there, Naruhodo-san? Unbolt the door, quickly. What? The bolt? Oh. Okay. So, yeah, so you did... It was probably another... Yeah, probably another, let's see, like, evasive maneuver or stopping. Yeah, that was definitely what, people... I don't know how people slept through it, but the door's bolted. Did you do that, Susato-san? No, I didn't touch it. Well, that's strange. How did... Look at all the books. They're just like they were before again. Naruhodo-san, aren't you gonna open the door and let the inspector in? Yeah, I should probably do that. I better tidy this place up first. Oh, come on. Come on, we gotta let him in. Our violent emergency stop had solved one mystery, at least. In a very vivid way, yeah. I knew that what awaited us on the other side of the cabin door would not be pleasant. I hurried around, tidying up the cabin with a new sense of foreboding in my heart. To be continued again, man. We hit both of them. That was a short part. Investigation part 3, I assume. Yeah, we'll start it up a little bit. We'll start it up a little bit before we end. 9th of January. As the Burya, Miss Pavlova's cabin. Somehow, the door of the cabin we were in ended up bolted after we made an emergency stop. Susato-san took a deep breath, then gently slid back the bolt. Uh-oh. Yo, what are you doing in Miss Pavlova's quarters? Ah, you both looking hurt. Good. Yes, we're fine, thank you. What on earth happened? We heard something about how we were going to collide with another ship. Yes, it appears to have been a false report, though. Why could that be? Why would you want to slide things over? I don't think they're trying to help us solve the case. That wouldn't be it. Oh, how did that happen? There's a dense fog outside, so it's extremely difficult to see. Someone must have thought he saw a ship ahead. This person obviously triggered the alarm, and that's why we made an emergency stop. Everything is chaos. Passengers are screaming. Crew are running everywhere. This first-class area is the only quiet part of the ship at the moment. Oh, I see. Someone triggered the alarm. Does that mean that someone pressed that button outside? Oh, you wicked intruder, dressed in all black. You are the devil. Sorry, me? I haven't called a lot of things before, but devil is a first. You opened my traveling case. How could you? What? No, we didn't touch it. That's right, Miss Pavlova. It was already open when we came into your cabin. Inspector. Yes. Arrest this man. I know he did it. He is the criminal. Is it not enough that he has killed a man? And he has stole away as well. If Vixen promises not to steal chicken, Do you believe? Ugh. Take him away. He is a trespasser as well as everything else. Stowing away, trespassing, killing. She is right. You are a devil. It doesn't look good, does it? You can say that again. There is cell below deck. Throw him in. Tomorrow we talk in Hong Kong. Then we give you straight to police. Wait, a cell? Please, Mr. Osanaga, is there nothing you can do? Now this is the time where Sholmes would come in handy because he could at least steer the conversation in a wild new direction, and we have to correct what Sholmes is doing, and eventually they'll forget all about needing to put us away. This is a Russian vessel. I really have no jurisdiction here. After my last effort to appeal to the captain's good nature, I think I'm out of options. This is terrible. This is a real crisis. I've got to find a solution. Immediately. Mr. Sholmes. We can't... I somehow doubt we shall be able to leave here. Yeah, that's fair. Examine... we could ring the bell, see if anybody comes by doing that. Need to keep calm and focus on the task at hand, which is investigating. Hi! Oh, there's another one. There's another one. Blim, 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 blim. Come on, I'm pressing. Oh, never mind. Control Q is being held down. There you go. Wow, everyone's attacking me. And I was just starting to think she was my friend, too. Is Sholmes just lying around somewhere? Yeah! Look at this guy. Look, oh my goodness, look at this guy. He's incredible. Incredible work. What are you doing up there? Mr. Sholmes? And what are you doing with the tiara? Actually, I was analyzing what a weight to 20,000 rubles feels like on one's head. Have I not told you that as a detective, it is my business to know what other people do not? Opa, this isn't mere tomfoolery, my boy. Oh, no, 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 no. Well, why were you hanging from that hook before then? Isn't it obvious? No. The properly assessed the weight of 20,000 rubles, naturally. I wished to determine if it would bend that conceited-looking hook off the wall, so full of brag and bounce. We never know whether to take this man seriously or not. You again, the great detective. Inspector. I confess I've been looking for you. I have something to report to you most urgently. Well, you might try looking for me somewhere other than a hook on the wall next time. What is the report? Speak. An urgent report from a great detective can mean but one thing. Yes, the case of the curious murder that took place last night here on this vessel, the steamship Buria, has been solved by me, naturally. Well now, where is this gonna go? It better not be us. It better not be Pavlova. I feel like you might say it's Pavlova. Yes, I've eliminated all of the possibilities. No other explanations exist. So allow me to illuminate all your mind. For I am about to reveal my great detective's greatly admired deduction to the case. Ha! You have solved it. Even Hedgehog understands this case. We all know who is responsible for killing student boy this morning when we found the criminal in the wardrobe. It is Dr. Eggman. He has the handcuffs to prove it, and he was
He was talking about the pissing on Kazuma Kiryu-chan. Eggman didn't do it, and I love Eggman. I love Alfred. I love Jim Carrey. The trouble is, there doesn't appear to be anyone else who could have killed the victim. Because as everyone knows, the cabin door was bolted shut from the inside. Means the culprit must be someone who was inside the cabin. Yes, it's what's called a locked room mystery and detective stories. Is it gonna be how the cat somehow killed him? The locked room, that is point. The room was locked. Well, I can't deny that. Hold on, court record. Examine. Yeah, there's room for a C. No, there's not really room for a T, though, if it was, like, cat or something. So... yeah. We'll see. Can't deny that. There's no way the bolt could have been drawn across from outside the cabin. You're all quite mistaken. The cabin next door is not a so-called locked room at all. Yeah, we got the vent. But these two are, though. Oh yes, there's another entrance. Entrance used last night by the culprit in order to gain access to the cabin despite the bolted door. What other entrance? We never discovered one. It gapes open-mouthed at you even as we speak. The ventilator, man! Does it go somewhere else between these two? The ventilator? Go! You think this is funny? I cannot even put my arm through a hole. That's because your arms are as thick as tree trunks. You're suggesting that the culprit entered and left the victim's cabin through that tiny opening. It's not possible. Ah, but it is. And last night, the victim even witnessed the intruder in the act of passing through the ventilator. Mr. Sholmes, do you mean... Are you referring to the words Kiryu-chan wrote in his diary? 1:23 a.m., I can hear a faint whistling sound. 1:35 a.m., what looks like some sort of speckled band is dangling from the ventilator grill. Precisely, my dear madam. What does it mean? What is this speckled band? Jean Baldry. The answer to that particular conundrum is in this very cabin. Alright. Herlock fighting! Mr. Sholmes, what are you doing? There is a distinct element of danger, but fear not. I am ready. What I am about to expose for all of you to see will shock you to your core. Whoop-ah. Behold. Yeah? What the? Oh. Okay, so it is actually a snake. I thought it was going to be something completely different from... Or maybe it is. Also, it isn't really speckled. It's more striped. Allow me to introduce you all to the band. The speckled band. A snake? Indubitably. Yeah, it doesn't look very speckled to me. Mr. Sholmes, just one thing. Pray, what troubles you? Well, that snake isn't really speckled, is it? It looks more stripy, wouldn't you say? Yeah. Yes, you're right. I think in this case, you'd have to call it the striped band, wouldn't you? You both see and observe with distinction. However, do you not think that is precisely the trap into which the culprit wishes you to fall? Oh my goodness, really? It's a trap? How exactly? I think perhaps it is time I explain the intricacies of my train of thoughts. Are you ready, Miss Pavlova?
I'm sorry for the young man who died, but that is all. His death has nothing to do with me. This whole thing has nothing to do with me.
Aww. There are two conclusions I have drawn from the facts. Number one, last night your friend infiltrated the victim's cabin. And number two, that same friend was responsible for the victim losing his life.
No.
He's turned as white as a bowl of rice again. Films must be right. He's hit the nail on the head. This young woman's friend killed Mr. Asogi. Uh-oh. It looks like he can't speak with that snake coiled around his head. I would advise as little movement as possible, Seaman. You wouldn't want the fangs of that long friend in your neck. So everyone, let us begin. Herlock Jones is proud to present his logic and reasoning spectacular after Tile Terra says. Pew pew pew! The game is afoot. Topic 1. The intruder's identity. Miss Pavlova, moments ago you claimed the following. His death is nothing to do with me. This whole thing is nothing to do with me. Yeah, okay, she's used to the spotlight now. Yet you cannot deceive yourself. Yes, when you recall those horrid events, your aching heart smacks with pain. And it is that very pain that evidences your inextricable link to the victim's death. So we ask, what was the nature of this intruder that stole into the victim's cabin on that portentous night? Why, naturally, it was the friend with which you both boarded this vessel, was it not? Ah, as I suspected, another telltale glance. Without doubt, your friend is the writhing serpent we see before us. And yet that fact leaves us in a quandary. The victim's written observations on the night in question tell of a speckled band, whereas regrettably, this specimen's markings do not fit that description in any way. What explanation can we then give, pray? What was this sight that fell upon the victim's eyes last night? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. You know what it is. You're hiding it. No, don't look at me. This has nothing to do with any of this. Oh, but it does. You have the answer to this quandary even now, hidden behind your back. Yes, that's what you are trying, but failing to conceal. It can only be the snake's sloughed skin. Evidently, after the subtle and horrible crime, this most deadly friend of yours shed its original skin. No? I don't know what you are talking about. Last night, through the ventilator visible in this cabin, your then speckled friend slithered next door. Using the bell cord on the other side as a bridge, the serpent silently descended into the victim's quarters. In the dim light, it appeared to the young gentlewoman who was about to lose his life as the speckled band. In summary, the nature of this friend of yours, this friend inside yours, is a rare breed of snake whose markings change each time it sloughs its skin. A snake so dreadful, we can only imagine it would be found in the deepest depths of India. Hey, don't blame this on India now. Topic 2, how? Mr. How? Kiryu died. Moving on, we come to the heart of the matter, the grim demise of the victim. How did this young man lose his life, and why? According to the data of which I have been apprised, it would appear there are no visible signs of injury. In fact, the circumstances of the victim's death can only be explained by a terrible venom. No bite marks. Excuse me. Now, if we take that as fact, we can reasonably imagine that there remains evidence to affirm it at the scene of the crime. Oh no, could there be? Yes, an examination of the deceased's body will prove the cause of death conclusively. The almost but not quite imperceptible puncture wounds left by the venomous fangs will seal the truth. Yes, the vestiges of the snake bite delivered by your terrifying friend. This makes no sense. It doesn't. It doesn't make any sense at all. There's no point feigning ignorance, Miss Pavlova. After the incident, you endeavored to hide everything, didn't you? But now your involuntary glance betrays the hiding place you chose. That's right. You hid the evidence that links you to the victim's death in that traveling case. When we first met in this cabin, it came to my attention that your case moved periodically. The serpent assassin was restless inside, no doubt. You don't... It is telling that the victims made a note of a low whistling sound that he heard before it died. That was your signal, was it not? The sound you had used to train your serpent friend. To train? I thought it trained. Woo woo. Indeed, you put the serpent through this ventilator, and wait. After a period, you'd summon it back with a whistle. Now, the whistle happened before. You couldn't know if the animal has done its duty, so you would listen to signs of life next door. If the victim appeared not to have been dispatched, you'd release the snake once more. Oh, okay. Do you deny, I mean, still wrong, but do you deny the snake has undergone such training? It's not true. Having slithered through the ventilator and down the bell cord, the creature needed only to sink its fangs in once. And its venom would course through the victim's veins, ending his existence forever. That is the true nature of the speckled band that took the poor young man's life. There can be no doubt my logic is infallible. Death by a venomous snake's bite. Woohoo! Thus concludes Herlock Holmes' great deduction of the speckled band. Goodbye. Ta-ta, see you all later, fuckers. Miss Pavlova has trained her pet snake as a killing machine. That's just a funny sentence. There on the floor, you will observe a saucer of milk. The promise of food is the key to training any creature. Incredible. You solved the mystery. Amazing. Your great deduction really lives up to its name. I see now why Herlock Holmes has become such a household name. Well, why are we saying we lived up to it? He lived up to it. My dear man, it was nothing remarkable. As the Russians say, I could have done it with one left hand. You are the one who's sus. Can I venture an opinion, Mr. Holmes? But of course, what's on your mind? It's just, about your deductions before, some things don't quite make sense to me. I welcome questions as to my method, and will answer both loudly and proudly. Oh, well, good. First of all, open the book. Snakes are egg-laying creatures, part of the reptile family. You, are well-informed, madam. And reptiles, don't drink milk. It's really only mammals that like to drink milk, you see. So, I'm not sure it would be possible to train a snake using milk as a reward. No matter. No doubt Miss Pavlova used some other treat to encourage her pet to do her bidding. Milk was merely an example, the logic holds. Well, there is something else. Snakes have no ears. Yeah, so I'm not sure it would be possible to signal to a snake while whistling. I did not know that snakes have no ears. I mean, it's really, like, I would think it have, like, I would think it would have something like little slits or something like that, but, anyways. Have you not heard of the snakes that dance to the sounds of a flute? I think perhaps the performers play their music in time with the snake's natural movements. Oh, I see. No hands, no feet, no ears? These creatures are so inept as to be practically useless. Don't take it out on the snakes, Mr. Sholmes. There is one other thing. You have more? Snakes use the scales on their bellies to propel themselves. So, I'm not really sure that a snake could manage to climb up a flat bell cord like the ones in these cabins. I should try harder. Please, don't be angry with me, Mr. Sholmes. The point is, even if the snake had gone through the vent to the next door cabin, it couldn't have come back without help. What I'm trying to say is that there are a number of reasons why it's difficult to imagine the snake could have had a part in this. Dot 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 dot. Ah, flashbang. Ah, I keep not expecting it. I think we need to step in and help again, Mr. Naruhodo. Oh no, you don't mean. Yes, we need to modify Mr. Sholmes' latest deductions and turn them into the great ones they ought to be. I had a feeling that was coming. Alright, let's give it a try. Just what I was waiting for, Mr. Naruhodo. Yes. Right. Alright, let's, save before we go in this. Let's do this thing. Whoop-ha. So, cast your eyes down to your wrists again. What? You've done it again. Your handcuffs are gone. Where'd they go? Fear not, I shall see they're restored after our work is done. I really wish you'd leave them off. Come on, man. Now, everyone, let us begin. Herlock Sholmes is proud to present his logic and reasoning spectacular. Boom. Course correction. Hold it, Mr. Sholmes. Alright, the intruder's identity. Kitty time. Kitty, kitty, meow, meow. Miss Pavlova, moments ago, you claimed the following. His death has nothing to do with me. This whole thing has nothing to do with me. Yet you cannot deceive yourself. Yes, when you recall those horrid events, your aching heart smacks with pain. She does have a pained expression on her face. Yes, that's true. She looks as though Kazuma-sama's death is weighing heavily on her mind. But you're not sure Mr. Sholmes has read her quite correctly, is that it? Could there be some other way to interpret her expression then? Let's take a moment and really look very closely at Miss Pavlova. Aching heart. Oh boy. Hold on, I'm trying to figure out. It's this way, yeah. Because again, the controls are, oh, look at the photo back there, aww. Somehow we didn't see this before. That's funny, somehow we went in and never noticed that. Oh, that's so cute. Such a cute photo, oh my goodness. So sweet.
Yes!
Claw scratch. Yes, when you recall those horrid events, that claw scratch smarts with pain. Indeed, and simple observation reveals that the wound is fresh. Miss Pavlova, did you in fact receive that scratch sometime last night? Oh. When I think about the young man who died next door, I feel so sad. And when I am sad, the pain from this wound is worse. Yeah, that'll do it. That's how... Yeah, that is unfortunately how pain of all types works. And it is that very pain that evidences your inextricable link to the victim's death. So we ask, what was the nature of this intruder that stole into the victim's cabin on that portentous night? Why, naturally, it was the friend with which you boarded this vessel, was it not? Ah, as I suspected, another telltale glance. Without doubt, your friend is the writhing serpent we see before us. Nope. Kitty planet, woohoo! Seems likely that it was made by this friend of hers, doesn't it? Except, snakes don't have claws, do they? No, they don't. They don't even have hands or feet on which claws might grow. Oh. If that snake isn't her pet, what is? What's the true identity of this friend of hers? We should follow her gaze, Naruhodo-san. So follow her gaze, Naruhodo-san. That's where we'll find the answer. There we go. Right over here.
Yes!
Oh. You're looking over at this framed photographic print. Your best friend in the whole wide world. This photograph, who can talk and speak just like the rest of us. What precisely was your intention with that, Mr. Naruhodo? Is this following the natural progression of the deduction? Sometimes the truth hurts. That's funny. Well, the truth is, you do not have a turn for observation or deduction. Did that hurt? Yes, a lot. Actually. Furtive glances aimed at her friend. Yep. Probably responsible. Where is it? Where the kitty, wherever it is, it must be small enough to pass through an event. In the direction she looked. Teapot. Hold on. History. Back. I don't think it would be the teapot. It can't be the writhing serpent because we're correcting that. Segan Stroganoff could not have fit through. Oh. Here. I'm just gonna... Yeah, click and drag. Is the kitty in the teapot? I really don't know. Yeah, it's not. I know what you're thinking, what is this man talking about? Well, I'll tell you what I'm talking about. The truth. Yes. Who could you have a more cozy relationship with than the shiny teapot? At least there are only, like, 3 things to pick in here. Photograph frame... Teapot. Yeah, okay, we can't. Seasoned Stroganoff is too big. Again, yeah, there's nothing behind him. Nothing on the ground here. There's no doubt, is there? She looked in this direction. Straight at Stroganoff. Well, they do seem to be friends of sorts, but I can't imagine how he could possibly fit through. Don't forget that I managed to fit inside Cosmo's trunk when we first boarded. I would ask what that proves, but I think an equivocal little smile would be more effective. Present serpent? Yeah, again, because it actually is the serpent. Yay! Seekers of his slithery ways. Are you quite concentrating? He found out exactly what I did originally. Oh, so I have. Sorry. People do like to try. You won't make a great detective like that, nor even a great detective's assistant. Assistant's assistant, then? Alright, I'll think again. Where is it, though? we're looking for a small area. I don't... Why am I not finding this? Got left. It wouldn't be Stroganoff. Where in the world? Is it like under the... Can I select the actual like photograph instead of... Because you're blocking the photograph here. I might have to look this up because I think I've clicked on every... I feel like I've clicked on everything in here. I really don't know. Great, Ace Attorney. Great. Yeah, we're looking up a walkthrough. Yippee. So cool. Part 3. Oh, we can just examine it. Okay. Look at the photograph in this frame. I forgot we could do that. That's good job, me. This must be something Miss Pavlova brought with her when she ran away. She is exceptionally beautiful, isn't she? Yep, that's true. Personally, it's the little black creature she's holding that's caught my eye. Maybe we'd better take a closer look at this. There we go. Yes. Little kitty. Without doubt, your friend is the little kitten we see before us. Yes, the scratch on the back of your hand makes that abundantly clear. Oh, no. The whereabouts of this black kitten isn't clear, but what is clear... Oh, sorry, it's me. It's that you brought the animal with you when you ran away, didn't you? Huh? Parker's my best friend. I couldn't leave her behind. Parker would appear to be a Russian blue. And yet, that fact leaves us in these two standing next to each other. Again, incredible. The victim's written observations on the night in question tell of a speckled band. Whereas, regrettably, this specimen's markings do not fit that description in any way. Yeah, I'm still actually really confused about that. Hydration. Alright, at least we can look around back. Hidden behind your back. Not what you're holding on to. It's not slouch skin. What the fuck? She just took something out of her pocket and hid it behind her back. She just left it in her pocket. No one would ever have known. Oh yeah, boys like that are Mr. Sholmes' specialty. He's ever so cleverly forced her to reveal something. I thought production was his specialty. Or maybe making me believe that was a ploy too. Anyway, I find it hard to believe that's the skin of a snake. In which case, just what is she hiding beneath her back? Let's see. What is this? That is not. Let us... can we examine? Well, it is speckled. And it is a band, but... What is it? It seems to be soft and fluffy. A long piece of cloth of some sort. It looks like a handle at one end. I think it may be a cat's toy. This sort is common in the West, apparently. How is that a toy for cats? Cats like to chase a band around and paw at it. Kittens in particular love that sort of play.
You only need to wave it in front of them and they pounce to catch it. That sounds positively adorable. Not in this case. Alright, now... You see, we have our own moves. Be jealous, Herlock Sholmes. Yes, the thing that you are trying but failing to conceal is a cat's toy. Precisely, and the true nature of the now infamous speckled band. Ah. And it was this toy that you dangled through the vent. You waved it around, I presume? Naturally, the victim could not fail to notice it. But why? For what reason? My dear boy, there can only be one answer to that. After her feline friends disappeared through the vent into the neighboring cabin, Miss Pavlova attempted to use the speckled cat's toy to incite its creature to return. Well, the cat couldn't have seen it, so the nature of this friend inside her was a blithesome Russian blue breed of cat by the name of Darka. Yeah! A truly troublesome feline young Darka is proving to be. She must be caged once found. You will forgive us for borrowing the photograph of your pet, Miss Pavlova. The photograph of Miss Pavlova and Darka has been entered into the court record. It was after I gave her food last night. That's when it happened. She scratched the back of my hand and then ran up the bell cord. Before I could do anything, she had disappeared through the vent. Stanley, can you hear me? Come find me in the vent. Darka, she is so naughty. Naughty, naughty, naughty girl. A beloved kitten. Solved! Woohoo! How he died. Oopsie doopsies. Moving on, we come to the heart of the matter. The grim demise of the victim. How did this young man lose his life? And why? According to the data of which I have been apprised, it would appear there are no visible signs of injury. Oh. In fact, the circumstances of the victim's death can only be explained by nope. Flashbang! What Mr. Sholmes said is true. There were no signs of a wound anywhere on his body. That's right. But Mr. Sholmes seems to be unaware of one very important detail. Kiryu wasn't poisoned. Yes, it would seem so. Let's give him the information he's missing now. That is right here. The map. In fact, the circumstances of the victim's death can only be explained by the post-mortem report. Duh. Yes, I knew it was one or the other. His neck was absolutely shattered. Absolutely hammed into pieces. Indeed, the breaking of the cervical vertebrae is fatal. Only that Goliath would be strong enough to survive that. And oh, what a hunk of a man he is. What's your name again? Sholmes? Stop simping for Steven Stroganoff. No, I have the right to simp for whoever I want. He isn't just some immortal and what's it called? Like, what's it called when you're like beyond the pinnacle of morality? Good enough. The jury is out. Anyway, we have on good authority that the victim's neck was broken. Now, if we take that as fact, we can reasonably imagine that there remains evidence to affirm it at the scene of the crime. What could there be? Yeah, this I don't know what it is. examination of the deceased's body. Died because his neck was broken. In other words, he's probably struck by something or someone. Yes, that's a distinct possibility. As of yet, no weapon has been found, though. Presumably, Darko didn't silently creep up behind him and deal him a fatal blow. I suppose it's possible he had a fall and hit the ground awkwardly. Could have been a terrible act of misfortune that he broke his neck completely by accident. I doubt that, though. A bad fall could explain it, but rather hard to believe of him, though. He wasn't a clumsy man. Well, we need to fix this deduction somehow. Is there anything from the scene that could explain what happened? I'm gonna save before I do this because I'm on 2. I'm only on 2 points or whatever it's called. An examination of what? An examination of we have proved the cause of death conclusively. Maybe an examination of... Oh, wait, let me take a look. I haven't taken a look at this. Nothing to report. That doesn't explain the cause of death, though. Maybe this. Maybe this. Yeah! Bang! Got it! Yes, an examination of the mark on the floor. Oh, fuck, I forgot. I talked about guns earlier and I forgot to do the gun bit. I strapped 2 guns to my wrist. Anyways, mark on the floor will prove the cause of death conclusively. This particular mark, so promptly visible next to the victim's body, is a deposit of shoe polish. Shoe polish. Indeed, positively identified by a little analysis device I constructed, which I now carry as a matter of course. Beeswax, tallow, and dye were my results, the undeniable ingredients of shoe polish. I want to see that little machine. And the color of the polish is a perfect match to the color of Mr. Asogi's laced leather shoes. Ah. Looking at this mark, it's not hard to imagine what happened. For some reason, Mr. Asogi must have caught his foot at that point in the floor and tripped. Please, no. And by a dreadful turn of misfortune, caught his neck against some immovable object. Oh, was it? Well, the sword would have dripped blood. Because, like, because I think because the ship very clearly made a movement last night that everyone was asleep for, that we don't know about. So that it clearly happened as that was going on. Suffering a fatal blow to the spine, the victim's vertebrae shattered, and in that instant he lost his life. No! I don't know anything about this. Is that really true, Miss Pavlova? Naps. What about the evidence left at the scene where Mr. Asogi lost his... Sorry, where Kiryu lost his life? Yes, the facts are as clear as day to me. You did all you could to conceal the incriminating evidence. But now your involuntary glance betrays the hiding place you chose. That's right. You had the evidence that links you to the victim's death in the traveling case. Probably in that satchel that we haven't looked at, that wasn't examinable for some reason. For some reason. Can't be true. I refuse to accept it. I know it's hard to believe, but the mark on the floor does seem to suggest that is in fact what happened. But, and if this part of Mr. Sholmes' deduction is right, Miss Pavlova is trying to hide some evidence that would prove it. Here in this cabin. Somewhere in the direction that she just cast her eyes. Where, I wonder? Let's have a good look around. The answer must be here somewhere. Okay. I assume, yeah, we're just gonna... Okay. So it is in the waste paper basket. This is a waste paper basket. Perhaps all the first class cabins have them, and there's something in it. There's not much rubbish in there yet. But, oh! Did the bell come off of, also, why, if you were keeping a stowaway cat on board, why would you keep its bell attached to it? It's a broken piece of glass, isn't it? Yes, it is. And I feel like I've seen it somewhere before. If it looks familiar, perhaps it's more than your mind simply playing tricks on you. Yeah, let's... Hold on. Can we present that? No, okay, hold on. What's the, in the waste paper basket. Blam! Well, I'm gonna use the sound effect next time. You hid the evidence that links you to the victim's death in that waste paper basket. Huh. Here we have a fragment of some intricate glass object, it would seem. One that has a familiar air, in fact. Precisely, we found another piece of broken glass on the floor in Kiryu's cabin. And as you can see, the two pieces fit together perfectly. Oh no! So, Miss Pavlova, shall we consider what this tells us? Why would it be that this part of the glass object, which was evidently broken at the scene of the victim's death, should be found in the waste paper basket in your cabin? Well acquainted with this glass bell, are you not? Also, wait, hold on. You probably didn't know who Pavlova was, so... I was seeing if there's an A. Well, there's V. Yeah, no, I don't think he'd be writing Pavlova, so I don't know what he's writing, though. That we still need to figure out. I don't know, and that hushed Russian accents of yours won't save you this time, dear girl. Why? Because we have conclusive evidence linking you to the bell in question. What? Take it away, Mr. Naruhodo. Yes, the evidence linking Miss Pavlova and the little glass bell, that would be... once again, the mark on the floor. I think, yes, this is the evidence. Oh, it's not? The bell is right there. It's right there. Come on. Come on. Boo. Boo. Thumbs down, thumbs down, thumbs down, thumbs down, thumbs down. Pew, pew, pew. The answer is really quite simple, but then there's nothing more deceptive than an obvious fact. Yeah. The evidence linking Miss Pavlova and the little glass bell. That would be... Let's go for... Oh, wait, no, what I said earlier. Yeah, that's it. That's fucking it. If you look at this photograph, you can clearly see every time I see evidence for the murder. Taken from darkest color. The very glass bell in question. The truth has caught up with you, Miss Pavlova. The young man who lost his life last night did so after a truly inauspicious fall. And it caused that fateful stumble. Pow. Your absent feline friend, Darka. Kapow! But there's still more mystery to solve. Why was Seaman Stroganoff absent? There is clearly something you're trying to cover up there. There's a little more. I feel like there is a little more to this mystery. I couldn't tell anyone. I'm sorry. Deduction complete. Oh. Opposite of that, because we completed it. Hell yeah. But we still got more to go in this case. We've still got more to go. We've got to explain the writing. And we've got to explain the whole... What's it called? Gotta explain... Oh my god, why can't I word today? We've got to explain the writing, and we've also got to explain... the logbook. How often do characters in this franchise directly state, "Look at this photograph"?
Very often, Sandwich. Very often. Yeah, it's a recurring theme, for sure. Yeah. Anyways, that is gonna be it for today. Next week we're gonna wrap up this one and probably start the next one as well. I would try to wrap it up now, but I am feeling, like I am still feeling that that chronic pain, and luckily, like the excitement of the story, like it did dip down. It did dip down for a little bit, but yeah, now it is time to rest, and now it is time to find somebody to raid. Let us find someone on here. Raid channel. Is anybody else doing... Yeah, you are farther ahead. You are doing... Pink is live. Yoko is live. Who else? Is any... Oh, yeah, I also need to check. Is anybody playing Shade right now? Is anybody playing Ink Shade? Nobody. Okay, so we'll, in that case, we will go. Have we said hi to Pink before? If we haven't, I think it's just me on here. It might just be me on here. Although Fairy still might be here. We might go to Pink, but oh, I accidentally closed out. Oopsie doopsies. Yeah, we go. Yeah, let us say. Oh wait, actually, oh Pikmin 3. I want to see as much as I have really come to appreciate Pink and want to rate her. Pikmin 3. We are absolutely playing We're doing Pikmin 3. Oh, and Specs is in full a full VTuber outfit. I think this is the first time that I've seen him in that. So we're gonna start that raid. Thank you all so very much for coming. Wednesday will be in Shade. Friday will be Is the Seat Taken Again, because it's a very short game and I want to finish it. So we will see you on Wednesday. Have a great night. Be good. Be kind people as always, and getting plain emojis at the ready. I accidentally put 2 sad faces for some reason. Anyways, rating time. Bye.